Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you're all doing nice. You have a great holiday weekend. It was Thanksgiving this week. Hopefully you got to eat some good food. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food? Go main dish and side dish. Go.
Ham. I don't like turkey.
Me either. But my family always has turkey. I'll eat turkey one day a year. That's it.
No, I don't like turkey. And if I show up and you just have turkey, I'm not eating out of principle. You didn't even ask me.
I have other food, so you don't have to just eat the turkey. We have lots of other options.
Nope.
So okay.
I want meat in my mouth.
I mean, that can always be arranged. Okay, fine. Favorite side dish. Those are more plentiful.
That's fucking difficult. It depends. Do they make a mean mashed potato? Mashed potatoes are the shit.
Mashed potatoes are the shit, but that's where you're going with. You're going with mashed potatoes.
If they make a good one, if not, again, I'm not eating.
So the only thing you eat on Thanksgiving is ham and mashed potatoes?
When I sit down with a plate, yeah, I eat like a child. So when I sit down, I gotta get little hammies, mashed potatoes, a roll, and some stuffing.
That is so embarrassing. No, check it out. So like I said, I'll eat a little bit of turkey, but we got the stuffing, right? We got the mashed potatoes, right? You got
both are you talking about like staples. Actual stuffing, like, or are you talking about?
No,
I'm talking about.
I'm talking like stovetop. I went to Meyer and bought it. Stuff tastes good as fuck. Cheesy potatoes my aunt makes, so it's little, but it's not scallop potatoes.
No, you're talking about little cubes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I half my plate is those bitches. Okay. You got those some sort of veggie on there.
No, you don't.
You do.
No, you don't.
The kids are watching, dog.
No, I don't give a shit. Watch me not eat my vegetables.
I don't know what I put on there, to be honest. I think corn. I had corn. That's a veggie, right?
We didn't do corn.
Technically, you don't do corn.
That's not a Thanksgiving thing. Or it's never in my entire life ever been a Thanksgiving.
Really?
I'm very upset about these cheesy potatoes, though. Why didn't you tell me how to show
Dog, I smashed half of them by myself, bro. We had
them and then left.
The mashed potatoes were weird, right? So you scoop the mashed potatoes, and generally, when you scoop a mashed potato form, it potatoes. It splat. It like goes out.
What did you just say? It potatoes.
It like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't hold form.
Right.
But these ones, when you scooped it, it held the scoop shape, and I was like, why is the potato so hard? But then you threw a little bit of gravy on there. Ooh. They mashed up nice. I make the pumpkin pie. I make the pumpkin pie every year. Okay, that's a tradition since I was a little kid.
Buying it that's not making it.
No. I cook it. I cooked it. No, so check it out. So since I was
you put Cool Whip on there?
Duh.
All right.
So, since I was a kid, bro. So like since I was like 3 or 4, like younger than Squish even, or a little older than Squish, my grandma and I would make it. I go over to our house before Thanksgiving. We cook it the night before. That was our routine. Like, that was just a thing we've done. And so we've carried that tradition on, and now I'm passing it down to Squish. I make the pumpkin pie, right? So, but also the tradition is we fuck something up with the pie every year. Something goes wrong. We've had to scoop the pie out of the pie dish because we forgot sugar or we left out an ingredient.
Dog, what is happening?
2 years ago, I almost burned the apartment down because I had the tin foil pie pans because we didn't have real pie pans yet. We were, it was our apartment. We didn't have real stuff yet, and so I put the pie in the foil pan, and it was so flimsy. I picked it up and it folded into the stove. Set all the fire alarms off. Corinne she was passed out on the couch. She was asleep because we had to get up early the next day. Obviously,
did she sit up Undertaker style?
No. She slept through the first 30-45 seconds of the fire alarm going off. Beep beep, lights and shit are flashing, and I'm like. I throw open the screen door. I open our apartment door. I'm trying to fan off the thing, and I'm like, "Babe, you gotta get up." She's like, "The house is on fire." So she's like half asleep, waving at something. It was rough.
In my mind, she sat up Undertaker style, tombstoned you, and then just shut the oven into a sleep. And
then last year I messed up the teaspoon and the tablespoon. So instead of 2 teaspoons of salt, I put 2 tablespoons of salt. So we had some salty ass pie. And then this year, dog. So Squish is helping me with the first set of pies. We cook them perfectly. Tried it the next day, bro. I mean, literally creamy fucking pumpkin ass pie. It was awesome, right?
Pumpkin ass pie.
Second set of pies. No, I made 4 pies because originally we were gonna go her family and my family. I was gonna bring 2 pies to each, right? And I found a new recipe. That instead of using like just sugar, it uses sweetened condensed milk. I figured it would make it do something different. It would be fluffy. I don't know. It would just be different. They had 2 new recipes. I thought I'd try. Right?
It'd be different pie eating.
Right. So I go to make those, but I didn't have any supervision. Squish was sleeping. I didn't have any supervision. Somehow.
So your boss was sleeping on the job.
Yeah. So when you go, you bake it for 15 minutes at 425. right? Then you go over and you turn it down to 350, bake it for 40 minutes. It's like a slow cook, right? Well, apparently when I went to turn it down, I didn't click confirm or whatever on the oven. Hello, Keenan. How you doing?
We're going, Keenan.
Appreciate you. Right now we're talking about Thanksgiving. Whoa! We got two people in chat. Hello, TNF Gamer. Nice to talk to you guys. Appreciate you. I'm flabbergasted because we don't. Anyway, we're talking about Thanksgiving. How I fuck up the pie every year. Shout out to TNF Gamer following us.
It sounds to me like you should stop making the pie.
No, I got to. It's a tradition. So the second set of pies, I overcooked these bitches, and I opened the door, and I thought it'd been smelling a little hot while I'm sitting there chilling. I'm like, man, it smells
hot.
Yeah, I was like, it smells like a little burning, but that happens, right?
I mean, we can.
Oh, we'll talk about WWE. Sure, shit. Give me 1 second. Let me finish this pie story. We'll talk about WWE. Because of my belt. All right, hold on. Let me explain the belt to you real quick. The belt is actually for we do NFL picks every week. We pick 3 games. The winner gets the belt. I won last week on a tiebreaker, so I get to hold the belt this week. Kind of like WWE. Obviously, we got it from the WWE, hence the belt. But I'm holding the title this week because I won the locks this week. Well, that was hurtful. And then, that's our little belt. We swap it every week. Hopefully, we don't swap it, but sometimes we do because I suck at picking games.
For like a month.
You held that bitch for a long time straight. But anyway, so, I burned the pies. They still tasted good, though, so that's a positive. But
Did you get pre-made crust?
Yeah, I don't make the crust. I buy the pre-me's, roll that shit out. I can't say that.
Not in this context.
Pre-made crust, pre-made crust. Anyway, did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? Was it
Are you from here?
Yeah, that's true. I should ask that question first. If you did celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope it was fun and hope it was safe travels. But yeah, so we'll just I don't want to hold this the whole time. We know who's the champ anyway. Let's see what I got on my list here. Let's start with this Russell Westbrook stat that people were peddling a couple weeks ago. It's been a couple weeks since we've been able to do this, so I'm a couple weeks behind on some of the stuff. But so Russ hit in the fourth quarter of one of the games against like the Rockets or someone. He snapped off. He ended up with I think he had 12 fourth quarter points. He hit like 3 buckets in the final minute. Oh hey, shout out to you. That's really far away. That's so cool.
Turkey.
Goes with the Thanksgiving thing. Can I say that?
That is very appropriate.
That's awesome.
We eat turkey while we have Thanksgiving, so I'm sure
you don't, because we started the podcast by saying you don't like turkey.
Turkey's terrible.
You don't like turkey. The food, turkey the
place, the country. I don't have a negative thing to say about it.
But yeah, so Russ, after he made like a clutch bucket or whatever, this stat was going around. It says Russ has made 53 or more, 53 go-ahead or game-tying field goals since he entered the league in the 2007-2008 season. Sounds really cool. That's the most in the NBA in that time frame.
Bell Island.
Where the
hell is that?
I don't know where that's at.
We're American. If it ain't kebab.
Shit, that sounds awesome.
Kebab.
So is it? I mean, I'm gonna sound ignorant as hell, but I'm gonna ask anyway about the kebabs. So do you do like meat veggie, or is it like all meat? Can it be all veggie? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
And see, you know what I want?
Did I sound like I knew what I was talking about?
Yeah, I want the kebab, but I also want like a fondue pot because I want like the meat and I want to dip it in the cheese. I think that would be awesome. I feel like I've seen videos or like in a movie, someone like dipping a kebab in.
Somebody somewhere that knew what was going on. Yeah, and was very offended when they did that. Probably.
Why? You don't think you can eat a kebab with cheese?
I mean, in America, we fuck everything up, so probably
we fuck it up with cheese a lot though too. To be fair. But anyway,
it ain't cheese on apple pie.
TJ,
mayo and chili sauce.
Okay, that sounds dope as hell. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds fire. Cause I like mayo. A lot of people don't like mayo. I like mayo.
Mayo or Miracle Whip?
I like both, but I prefer Miracle Whip. Does that make sense?
Nope.
Okay, but do you know? Oh, how about this? Do you know the difference? What makes it something mayonnaise and a Miracle Whip?
Mayo just goes bad, and that's what's Miracle Whip.
No,
it's the miracle that you can still eat it.
Okay, no. First of all, the difference between Miracle Whip and mayonnaise is 70% oil. To be considered a mayonnaise, it has to be 70% like oil, like vegetable oil or something.
What's up with the baby?
That's a crying baby face. I do have a baby downstairs. He's not crying right now though, but shout out to the baby. And Miracle Whip's only like 65, so it's healthier for you.
It's a miracle.
And I didn't make that up.
It's a miracle.
So you don't like either?
Mayo's alright. But I don't. It depends. So I'm weird. So I won't put it on a sandwich. Okay. But like
if it comes
But like if I go to like Burger King or something and it comes with it, I'll eat it.
So you don't ask for it to get removed?
No. But I also don't ask for it to be put on there either.
That's fair. So the Russ stat, right? So he's made 53 go-ahead clutch shots since he came enter the league, which is the most.
I'll have to look that up. That sounds amazing. All right.
Wait, is it only in Turkey, or is it in the U.S. as well? Just curious. But people were peddling this stat saying, "Oh, Russ is actually a clutch player." But Damian Lillard is in second place with 52 made shots, and he's taken 50 less. So Russ is at 53 on 50 more attempts. That's not clutch. Like, yeah, you make a lot, but you take and miss a whole lot more. That's not clutch. Dude, is that a
Bob Ross?
That's a Bob Ross. Hold on. King Bup, you got a Bob Ross in my chat, and that's pretty much awesome. So, do you think they would ship me a kebab with some chili sauce on it? Because
I think by the time you get it, I think
it would probably come frozen. The fuck is wrong? You think they just
want a frozen kebab?
You have to cook it. You think they're just gonna send me a fresh ass kebab?
I feel like it wouldn't be all. Why? What is? Okay.
Dog. Okay, first of all, TNF Gamer, the cat gif is fantastic. King Bup, I want to talk about Bob Ross for a minute. What you know about Bob Ross? Did you put him in because of my hair? Be honest. Be honest.
That's definitely what it is.
Did you put Bob Ross in here because of the hair? Why is there?
Is that Post Malone?
Is it Post Malone? Can I enlarge it? I can't enlarge it. I think that's Post Malone. I don't like Post Malone. Is that wrong? Can I say that?
I don't know.
Hey, so
I'm conflicted on Post Malone.
Yes. All right. Bet. Yeah, my hair. And this is actually small.
You can't. You're not.
I'm not Bob Ross.
You know why you're not Bob Ross? You are not. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. See.
No. Lowry, absolutely not. But
DeRozan for sure. Because DeRozan could do then you would have DeRozan and Melo play the power forward, and AD can play center. I say fucking cut DeAndre Jordan, have Dwight be the backup center, and he plays like 10 minutes a night. Get
Ben Askren?
Okay, that was mean. Okay, Ben Askren is a fucking tool. I mean, if you like Ben Askren, I guess that's cool. But I personally didn't like Ben Askren. He sold the Jake fight. He talked all that shit to Masvidal just to get his fucking head caved in. He barely beat Robbie Lawler with that fucking choke, man. Ben Askren came in with entirely too much hype.
He's more like Ben Askren. Am I right?
You fucking suck. You are terrible. Ben Askren is good though. I do see where you're coming from with the Ben Askren. It is similar type of hair.
You do have a head dent.
I do have a head dent.
Khabib.
Khabib's a badass for sure. A lot of people want to call him the greatest of all time. I'm not going to go that far personally, mostly because he was only in one division, and his skills weren't what.
That's fucked up. You talking about Jonah Hill?
Dog. Okay, now see, Hezbollah's the GOAT. Now you're talking about shit. Hezbollah, you ain't never seen Hezbollah? He's this little dude. He's a little. I think he's from. I don't know where he's from. I'm not gonna lie. You see, he like fights. Yeah,
it's supposed to be a kid, but it's not.
Yeah,
I'd knee him in the face.
Dog, the rude as fuck. Leave Hezbollah alone. Anyway, listen, I got a joke. I need y'all to listen to this joke. It's very important. Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors?
Because it's a coop.
Because if they had 4, there would be chicken sedans.
Okay.
Chicken sedans, am I right? Please don't leave. Listen, please don't leave. I promise I don't. Yes! Yes!
What is Drew Bit Taylor?
Dog, come on. Why are you... Listen, can we stop going over what I look like?
You need to cut.
I gotta get a haircut. Y'all gonna bully me into getting a haircut tomorrow. Shit, I can't get one tomorrow. I gotta go get a Christmas tree. But I'm gonna get...
Oh, shit. It is Christmas tree time.
It is Christmas tree time. I'm about to go get a haircut just because y'all bullying me. But it's fair. I appreciate y'all in chat. It makes it so much easier to talk. While we're talking basketball, I switched to it fucking... I appreciate it, but you came in here roasting the fuck out of me, so I feel like I kind of gotta cut it.
No, you can't cut
and also, side note, this is short. Like, this is, like, curled. Like, if I pick it out, it's way bigger than this. The fuck is that? Is that a lizard? Did he just put a lizard in the chat? King Bub's out here putting
lizards.
Lizards
It's like the bottom of feet. Anyway.
Damn, it's a hoof. All right, I'm going to...
talk about LeBron?
Yeah, we'll talk about LeBron. So LeBron, if you
Dirty ass player.
Whoa, hold on.
He definitely elbowed him on purpose.
He 100% elbowed on purpose. He did not mean to hit Buddy in the face.
No, he definitely.
He did not mean to hit him in the face. No, he didn't. How? He didn't even see the dude.
Fuck that. First of all, can we talk about how dude wanted all the smoke when all the people were in the way?
Yeah, he definitely. Okay, listen. Don't come in my chat talking about the Washed Up King. You just saw him I know you just saw him in Indiana, right? That 39 point.
First of all,
what?
The Pacers?
To be fair, they just lost to the Kings and was probably the worst game of the year. So
Pacers?
Yeah.
Are you excited? You're geeked up about the Pacers?
No, I'm not geeked up. I'm geeked up that he played well. Can I be happy that he played well?
We did watch the Pacers play live.
We did. We watched LeBron play the Pacers live. He lost that game, which was sad.
And he was still for Cleveland. What is
listen, I'm not crying. There's no babies. Anyway. LeBron 100% meant to throw the elbow. He was doing the get off me. He did not mean to hit Buddy in the mouth. There's no way. Okay,
I'll tell you what.
Giannis is the best player in the NBA right now.
I'll tell you what.
10 times? No.
I'll tell you what. Tell him to fucking shoot a free throw in the appropriate amount of time, and then we could talk about him being the best.
He made 15 of 16 in the last game of the season last year. He gets a pass on that shit. Yes, he does. Mm-mm. When you clutch up to that level, you get a pass.
15 or 16 in a regular season game?
In the finals. He went in the finals.
Johnny Sins, what are you talking about?
Dog, he put a Johnny Sins chat. That's awesome. How is this okay?
Who's Johnny Sins?
The porn star? Google Johnny Sins.
So here's what I do. As an adult, as a grown man, I don't look for men when I'm looking up.
No, but he's like he's like the only male porn star.
Nope, I'm not. No.
Oh shit, that's fair though. Enos Cantor's kind of been a little bit of a bitch, so I get that. He's the one. I don't remember what he did, but 2 years ago, he said something, and essentially the Turkish president, I don't know what, I'm not trying to be offensive. I assume something he would understand. The Turkish president was essentially like, come back and you're going to prison. Like if you come back into Turkey, you go to jail for the rest of your life.
Never mind, I won't say it.
I don't remember the whole context. I don't have any information in front of me, but yeah, he can't go back. Also, Johnny Sins in chat? Why is Johnny Sins in chat? Anyway, let's back up a couple steps. First of all, LeBron 100% should have been flagrant 2'd. This is the suspension for both players was the reaction. If LeBron and him are like, hey, my bad, and they both go their separate ways, nobody gets suspended. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But Buddy lost his mind for 10 minutes.
I'm just tired of pretending that he really wanted a piece of LeBron James.
He really pretended when everybody was in the way.
Turkish kebab.
Yeah, I mean, we was talking about kebabs earlier. Maybe he just caught up in chat. But yeah, so I think the Pistons and the Lakers play tomorrow night, by the way, which should be interesting because they just had a big fallout. The Lakers then went. LeBron got suspended, missed the game at the Mecca. What's it called?
The Malice at the Palace.
No. The Mecca of basketball. It's in New York City.
Oh, the Garden?
The Garden, thank you. He got suspended for the game at the Garden, his only game at the Garden this year. Then came back in Indy. Now, did you see he had the fans ejected?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Okay, so LeBron in overtime, I think it was in overtime, he hits the three, he comes back on defense, and you can see some fans on the sidelines, and they're talking shit, right? And he goes and gets the ref, and he has them immediately ejected out of the game. Now, you have to assume they said something outlandish because LeBron's been shit talked everywhere he's been.
Or he's a baby. Good.
He could be. But according to somebody, so SportsCenter had posted on their Instagram, LeBron had fans kicked out of the game. The top comment, he might be petty. Let's finish this train of thought first, and then you can decide if he was petty. Before he had them kicked out, the girl was yelling at him from the sideline, I hope Bronny dies in a car crash. And the other dude was saying N-word, and they were flipping him off the whole game. I guess, according to what the guy who was sitting a couple rows back said, that security had come over to them a couple times and told them to chill out. Like, you can't keep talking that crazy stuff. And then the girl said, I hope Bronny dies in a car crash. And LeBron hadn't thrown out.
I don't think that's petty.
No,
it's one thing, and I think it's one thing to say things to the player himself. But you don't be bringing his fucking kid.
Bro, yeah, you can't talk shit about the kid. Like that's more than one step too far. Like even if they're just, why is Buddy wearing 3D glasses? Even if they're, talking shit, as fans do, fans are wont to do. They talk shit, they boo you, whatever. I mean, fans in Boston are notorious for calling players, N-word this and talking really crazy shit. Nobody ever brings in kids, bro. You can't bring in the family, and I think he was justified. I think especially we haven't got it on audio. No one's picked it up, but the multiple people have said they were talking about, is that an octopus? That was creative, King Bup. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was creative. But yeah, so the Lakers are not what I thought they were going to be this year, mostly because, and I don't think, Russ is not a good fit. We talked about this at the beginning of the year. Russ isn't the right fit. But the idea was LeBron sits out, Russ and AD can win you a game. However, Anthony Davis is playing like poop, and Russ can't stay under 7 turnovers a game. So it's not working out the way I thought it would. I think he might get traded for a bag of peanuts by the offseason, or by the trade deadline, but we'll see about that. Dog, how are you doing this? Seriously, is this was that a sus emoji? Hey man, who's sus, bro? Why are people being sus? Anyway,
I thought that was candy.
Dog, so did I. Yeah, so did I. I wanted to talk about Russ and Harden real quick because both of them had started the year struggling. But you only really heard about Harden struggling basically only scoring wise, like he's not scoring the same.
That's all Harden does.
And Russ was being essentially everything's his fault on the Lakers, right? They're averaging 1 point per game difference. They have the same rebounds, and Harden's averaging 2 less assists. They're both Russ is actually shooting better from the floor, way worse from 3, and they have the same amount of turnovers. But when you hear the media talk, you would think Russ is literal trash compared to Harden. I think Harden gets a lot of pass because his team didn't lose as much because Kevin Durant's actually playing insanely high. Like, dude's getting 40 points a game on like 20 shots. It's ridiculous.
You mean the best player in the NBA going?
He's not better than Giannis.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Yep.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Who won when they played head-to-head? Last year in the playoffs when it mattered. Who won head-to-head? Who won head-to-head when they played last year in the playoffs?
Were both teams healthy?
No.
Okay.
Oh. So now we're going to take that into consideration because we don't always take that into consideration. Sometimes we just forget that shit.
I don't do that. I don't.
All right.
When do I do that?
You don't do that. But some people do that. Okay. Also, shout out to all you on chat. We appreciate you. I'm not going to lie. We don't get people in chat, so thanks for kicking it with us. We appreciate that. For sure. But anyway, no, Giannis is better than KD. Just flat out.
Nope. Give me KD.
Okay.
At least he can consistently hit jump shots.
Sure. Consistently hit jump shots. Their efficiency is the same. They score the same amount of points per game. Except Giannis has more rebounds, more assists, way better defensively in every single category.
I'm not arguing there.
Oh, dominant for sure. It's not close on dominance. Obviously, Giannis can impose his will on a game unlike anybody else in the NBA right now.
You try to fucking play well with hockey sticks for legs. Kevin Durant has the skinniest legs.
Dog, and fucking breadsticks for feet, dog. It's weird as shit. Y'all ever seen Kevin Durant's feet?
My man went to...
I know that sounds weird. Google and look at the long ass feet.
They look like fucking hockey sticks, bro.
It's weird as shit. Anyway, let's move on here. I want to talk about Aaron. Actually, before we so here's the thing. I got beef.
Give me Steph.
You don't mean that.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that was a different. Ooh, wow! It like flashed 2 times there. Sometimes our monitor shuts off. Sorry. Listen, Dairy Queen, I got beef with you. So they've got a Blizzard that's frozen hot chocolate.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking thing. Frozen hot chocolate isn't a thing. It's just chocolate, bro. You can't have... hot chocolate isn't a flavor. Hot chocolate is literally warmed up chocolate.
No,
it is not...
It's hot chocolate. Oh. Not warmed
it's just... Okay, but they're calling it frozen hot. It's just a fucking chocolate... chocolate blizzard. That's all it is. Don't call it anything. It's not frozen hot chocolate. It's not a fucking thing. It's just chocolate.
You good? It's good though.
It is good. I'm not gonna lie to you. But listen. It's not a thing.
All that complaining is just
call it
smashed it though. I smashed it though.
Oh shit! Yeah, who you rooting for? You NFL or college?
All right, man. But if you say some fuck shit like
we're about to start shitting on Tom Brady, so if you're here for those are feet, bro. Those are feet. The little brown ones are feet. Why is Johnny Sins in between some feet? Well,
maybe he's about feet.
seen a couple of his videos. He might be. Listen.
Why?
Because I'm watching for the female performers,
exactly.
sir.
Why are you watching?
Soccer.
Soccer.
Okay, listen. We don't mean to go...
No, we live in America where our sports are exciting.
Stop! This thing, it's really exciting for them. Listen.
All that running around for a 1-0 score. Yay, congratulations.
You're going to offend our fans. Stop. Listen, we personally don't like European football as much as we prefer American football. I mean, I don't either.
I don't hate it. But I'm indifferent. There you go.
I could tell you...
If soccer got canceled for 1 year, it would not change my life.
I can tell you 3 soccer players. Can I name 3?
Ronaldo,
Messi,
David Beckham.
Neymar.
David Beckham.
Okay, he doesn't play soccer anymore. Mm-hmm. That was a long time ago. Anyway, I want to talk about Aaron Rodgers real quick with this whole COVID thing. We were going to talk about it a couple weeks ago, but I couldn't get the stream to work, and I was actually going to have a Packers fan on.
You said a European football.
They have a European football league? They might have European football. What's European football, though? Is it just like American football?
Or is it fucking rugby? We offended somebody because they left.
Fair.
This guy's just...
just do your thing, bro. I ain't even tripping. But listen, can you tell me what... is European football just like American football? Is it rugby?
I'll fuck some rugby up. I know I've said it before. I'm so mad I didn't know that was an option growing up.
It wasn't where I went to school, though.
No, you had to go to the Moose Lodge or whatever.
So it's football.
Yeah, but it's soccer. And we call it soccer.
No, but he said football, not soccer.
It's called football. It's not soccer. That's what he's saying.
So is he...
He's talking about...
Is it football? Like F-U-T?
Are you fucking talking about the ones where if you get in trouble, if you put it in your hands? Because that is the kind we're talking about. That is not what we like to watch. That's what we're saying.
Right.
Because that is boring as shit.
Keenan.
It's a whole lot of running for all, not a whole lot of scoring, if you know what I mean.
Dog, I remember one of the debates. Somebody was on the Colbert Report, right? And it was a soccer dude and a basketball guy, or other sports. And the soccer guy was like, "Did you know the average midfielder runs 7 miles a game?" And the dude goes, "I go to the Staples Center to watch Kobe hit jumpers, not jog." I was like, oh.
But in America, we call it soccer.
Got you.
But we're talking about the same thing.
Right. Okay. We are talking about the same thing. And for
if you actually want to break it down, football makes a whole lot more sense than soccer, for sure.
Definitely.
American football should be called soccer.
But
we've actually had that debate on this show before. Actually, not a debate. We agreed.
You're right.
Should be called football.
The football you're talking about should be football because, well, you use your feet the whole time. However, did you know that when that sport was created, it was called soccer first? The initial name, the college, I think it was the college students that came up with it. The initial name was soccer and then was later changed to football. So soccer is not technically an incorrect term. It's just not the most common one. Fun fact. But Aaron Rodgers, 3 weeks ago now at this point, he tested positive for COVID and was immediately put on the 10-day list, which, if you don't know, the 10-day COVID list means you aren't vaccinated. If you're vaccinated, you have a chance to come back within, I think, 5. The 10-day, if you're automatic, 10 days is no vaccination. And people were really confused because this summer, Rodgers said, "I'm immunized." It was his exact words. He told the media, they asked him, "Are you going to get the vaccination?" And he said, "I've been immunized." Clearly saying that he's had a vaccine or something of some sort. He bull-faced lied to everybody. Did all his press conferences face-to-face without a mask on, which you're not supposed to do. If you're not vaccinated, you have to wear a mask. Was shown on the sidelines not wearing a mask. If you're not vaccinated, you have to wear a mask. He basically broke every rule at every game. For an unvaccinated player.
They definitely should have suspended him for the rest of the year, but go on.
But the COVID restrictions aren't that serious, so that's why he was allowed to keep playing. My thing is, of the lying part of it, like, I don't care. Get the vaccine, don't get the vaccine, that's on you. I really don't care.
I hope you get it.
I obviously, I hope you get it. I've got it. It's no big deal. But what I'm saying is, the players at that high level
I mean, if you didn't get the vaccine, I hope you get COVID.
Oh, that... I don't think we should say things like that.
Why?
But because you can still get it even if you get vaccinated.
Yeah, but then that way, at least you did what you were supposed to do. Running around out here being a fucking idiot.
He was definitely being an asshole. I can't argue with that.
Talking about fucking microchips and whatnot. You're a fucking idiot. If you have a phone in your hand, they know where you are.
Well, even then, that wasn't his thing. No, that's fine. No, that's cool. I understand.
Don't get it then, but I hope you get COVID.
Stop. Don't say that. Because that can get people really sick. We don't want you to get COVID, obviously. But, and again, I don't care if you're against it. That's totally fine. You do you. No problems.
You're right. What do doctors know? Anyway,
the whole point is the body autonomy thing. That's fine. However, if you don't follow the rules, there are consequences. That's what I'm trying to say.
These same people are the same ones that don't think you should vaccinate your kids against measles and smallpox. Diseases that we've actually defeated
with vaccines.
Yep.
Hey, when was the last time you knew somebody with chickenpox?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you got better.
Well,
definitely.
Now you're fine.
So, yeah, no, you're good. But the thing is about the Aaron Rodgers thing. I don't care if you get vaccinated or no. Obviously, I prefer if you did. But he didn't.
Stay the fuck away from everybody if you don't want to get vaccinated.
But he didn't. He broke all the rules. He lied about all the rules, and the only thing they got was a $15,000 fine. I don't think that's enough, and my biggest thing was him lying about it. I don't care if you don't want to get it. That's on you.
Why'd you lie about it?
Right. That's
the whole.
I wonder why this looks so goddamn weird. Hey, that's much better.
You didn't want to wear a mask. Fine.
Right.
Don't fucking.
He said. You have a moral obligation to stand up to unjust rules and rules that don't make sense, which is what Dr. Martin Luther King wrote in a letter from an Alabama prison for being black. So Aaron Rodgers was comparing having to wear a mask at the facility to being a black person during the Prohibition. But
stop fighting then, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, don't fight. That's not great.
Or do whatever.
But that's he lied. He brought up Martin Luther King in a situation in which you just had to wear a fucking mask. Like, I have always not a fan per se, but I liked watching Aaron Rodgers play. I thought he was fucking amazing.
On the field, he's cool. Off the field, he's a huge fucking dick.
No, he's a piece of shit. He hates his family. He
hates his friends.
I mean, everybody's culture is different. I mean, you do what you gotta do.
I will be politically correct. I will be on my best behavior about Turkey.
Thank you. Do that. Anyway, Rodgers, I definitely feel like they should have lost a draft pick. Something. Because not only did he lie about it, clearly both the NFL and the Packers knew he lied about it, because as soon as he got tested positive, they followed all the rules. What? Well, I'm confused. If you knew the rules beforehand, he should have been wearing a mask to begin with. But that's neither here nor there. Let's see what else I got. So, 2 weeks ago, I believe, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were playing the Washington Redskins.
Washington football.
The football team. Sorry, my mistake. The football team. See, you go back into the fucking woods. So they're playing the football team. A game they ended up losing. He played. I think he threw 2 interceptions in the first half. He had less than 100 yards passing in the first half. He was pretty awful, actually. I got bad news for you, friendo. You're not gonna like the next half hour of this.
We don't talk well about Tom on this show.
So anyway,
overrated as fuck.
He Skip Bayless. If you don't know, if you do know who that is, he talks on Undisputed. He's an
idiot.
He is one of those. But he was like, the loss to Washington isn't his fault. He was figuring it out in the second half. He was 14 of 16 for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns. 114. What's the question? You go ahead and type your question. But 114 yards on 14 completions is not impressive. That's mediocre. Also, another fun Brady stat.
Who the fuck gets excited about 114 passing yards out of an NFL quarterback?
Skip. In a half.
Out of the GOAT.
Also, here you go. So this is a stat they were talking about on Undisputed. So through 5 home games this season, he has 20 touchdown passes. Peyton Manning is the only person. Okay. You didn't have a question mark, so we thought you were saying he's the GOAT. No, I don't think Tom Brady's the GOAT. I think he's definitely a top 5 quarterback of all time, maybe top 10 if I really argued it.
He's gotten way too much credit for the Super Bowls he has.
He's been given way too much credit for doing what I think any similarly talented quarterback could do in that situation.
I think you give Bill Belichick an above-average quarterback on, and I'm saying, no, you're
right. Oh, you're good. It's not your fault. It was a misunderstanding on our part.
Above-average quarterback on any of those teams. Tom Brady is a glorified game manager.
That's all, and that's the only problem I have is that people
would say that shit.
People idolize it. Oh my God, he's the greatest. Yeah, okay. First of all, half of his numbers are going to come from longevity, and second of all, if you look at just look at the game against the Giants that they ended up. Oh, he played so well. He literally, I watched him have a play where he had almost 7 seconds in the pocket to throw a pass. Do you know how long that is? And
football, that's an eternity.
It's almost 2 eternities at this point. And he's throwing to wide open receivers. Wow. Good luck with that. We will stay safe. You stay safe as well. Hey, we do this every Saturday, so if you want to come and swing back through.
Stay safe.
Yeah, I hope. Good luck, man.
Kneel the fuck out of them bullets. Right?
Neo. I thought you said kneel, and I was like, why would you kneel? That's crazy. Neo. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, Keenan. Appreciate you. Stay safe, my guy. He gets too much credit for making the easiest throws in the world to wide open receivers. Half of his completions are within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, which I'm not saying I could go do.
He's the check down king.
Check down king, check down queen, check down monarch.
The only area I will definitely give him credit for is pre-snap. He is a very good pre-snap.
And even post-snap, his ability to figure out what coverages the defense is before and after the snap. I'm not saying
he's bad. I'm just saying let's pump the brakes on GOAT.
That's all. And also, if we look at the same time frame, Peyton Manning's better, Aaron Rodgers is better, Mahomes is better right now and ever was than Tom Brady is. Drew Brees, I think, is better, especially because when you think about it, Drew Brees is like probably 5'11" and has more 5,000-yard passing seasons than anyone. Like, Drew Brees, what he did coming off...
Super Bowl ring, but I guess...
Yeah, but I don't think Super Bowl rings, because it's so much...
He'd have none if Tom Brady or Peyton Manning didn't choke it away to Tracy Porter. Actually, no. Tracy Porter made a hell of a play.
It was a hell of a... He knew it was coming, and he made the right play. He gets credit for that. I don't want to give him no credit. But I think Tom Brady's vastly overrated. He has had 14... I can't even do that number. He's had 14 top 10 scoring defenses. Now, I'm not talking about yards or total defense. I'm talking about points, which is the most important thing. He's had 14 top 10 scoring defenses in his career. Aaron Rodgers had one and won the Super Bowl. He gets all the credit. His DB intercepts the ball on the 1-yard line. He gets credit for winning the Super Bowl. Shit like that. But anyway, back to this stat, right?
The Rams show up and score fucking
13 points. 0 points. He's the only quarterback in NFL history to win a Super Bowl scoring 13 or fewer points, and he's done it twice. Fuck. Anyway, he tied Peyton Manning for 20 touchdown passes through 5 games at home, right? Peyton Manning did it on 161 attempts. Tom Brady's at 209. And, let me see. 5 of the 20 touchdowns came within the 5-yard line. And over half, I think it was like 12 or 13, came within 15 yards of the end zone. So it's not like... He had a couple 49-yarders to wide open receivers. But again, he's doing it... inside the 5-yard line is ridiculous. Also, one of my favorite things is Skip hates it when the running back gets a 1-yard touchdown. He's like, oh, you just try to up your numbers or whatever. But if Tom Brady throws a 1-yard screen pass, it's the same goddamn thing. Why are you throwing on the 1-yard line? Only bad things can... When you throw the ball, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. Why would you ever do it that close to the end zone? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. It's almost like you're padding your stats trying to win an MVP. Let me see here. Do I have anything else we can talk about right now? Anyway, the Lakers in general are buns. Very disappointed in them. The defense. Why is the defense so bad? I don't understand. Anthony Davis is supposed to be this world beater on defense, and he has been dog shit. And Russ doesn't play defense to begin with. What?
Russ is all hustle. He doesn't actually...
There's nothing wrong with the hustle, but he doesn't hustle on defense.
No, I'm saying he's just all hustle.
But hustle's what defense is about. He hustles on one side of the ball. Hustle on defense a little. Get in the fucking stance, my guy.
You're so fast.
He is. You know how many steals he should be able to get? Just jump passing lanes, but no, he don't even do that. Anyway.
You good?
Yeah, man, I'm a little frustrated with Russ, bro.
Need a hug?
No, but we should pick these games real quick before I forget. Did you see Alabama went to 4 OT to beat Auburn today?
You see fucking Ohio State?
Oh, man. Notre Dame's beating the fuck out of Stanford.
Can we talk about that for a minute? I went to my first Notre Dame game.
Oh yeah, what'd you think, my guy?
It was exciting.
Really? Watching Notre Dame beat the dog shit out of Georgia Tech?
Bro, so it was senior night.
Oh shit, really? I didn't know that.
It was
Did
senior
you
night.
tailgate?
No.
Oh.
We got there. I was from me to that poster to Chip Kelly or to Brian Kelly.
Oh, that's dope as shit.
Because we went to. I didn't know. How many Notre Dame games have you been to?
10 or so, probably a handful.
So I didn't know that they did the thing where they walk out and the people line the streets and they walk out. I was there. We just happened to.
That's dope.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, that's dope.
So literally,
I did that once, but
Brian
I was a kid.
Kelly had came out on this side. I shit you not. I was like this close to him.
That's so cool.
And I was like, you look like just as much of an asshole on TV.
Oh, he's such a prick.
And no, but I watched the game. I was fun as shit. I rooted for Notre Dame the whole time.
Good, proud of you, man.
The one touchdown, I felt so bad for that fucking Georgia Tech quarterback.
He gets his ass beat.
Only good fucking player on the whole field on Georgia Tech's both sides.
I was gonna go to the game. My friend actually got tickets the day before the game, but we ended up not going
sat
because
down in the fancy blue seats.
Yeah, I saw that.
Those are nice.
Yeah, that's dope as fuck.
Those
Those are new. Those are new.
Those. If I'm gonna go to a game, I'll pay the tickets to sit in those. Seats.
Yeah. The only games I've ever been to, I sat in the bleachers, the old bleachers.
You have to do yourself a favor and sit in those seats.
Maybe someday.
Because
but one time, so check it out. So I actually been to way more than I said learning this because I forgot. I actually used to help somebody I know do concession stands. So I would go to the game, do work concessions for the first half, and then go watch the game for the second half. Was mostly what I did. I got really good at concession stands too, by the way. I would have like 8 people's orders done and handed out to people before they even got to pay. I was a fucking chief in the concession stand. You wanted to come to my booth because I got you covered. But so after one of the games, right? We were able to go on the field. So I bought a football and I went to the field and I played catch for like 5 or 10 minutes, right? Me and my friend who played football with me at the time, we were playing catch on the football field, and these other kids had come out and they're like, hey man, we want to play catch too. I'll buy this football for you for like $10. I'm like, nah, it costs $10. I'm good, bro. And we kept playing catch. They came back a little later. They was like, look, man, I'll give you $20. I'm like, this is like a moment. Like I wanted to do this. Like I'm good. Thank you though. They came back and like, hey bro, we'll give you $50. I was like, thank you. Tossed them the football and ran off. So I made a bunch of money. I got to play catch on the Notre Dame field. It was super sick.
Did you catch a touchdown?
Duh. Fucking toe tap and everything, bro. It was super fun. But yeah, Notre Dame football, going to the games is always a different feeling. The atmosphere, and it's not just Notre Dame.
No, man, them fucking students made that whole fucking game.
Yeah, the students are cool.
Because we sat across from the student section. We sat on the Georgia Tech side.
Right.
Can we talk? All right, can I bitch for just a second?
Go.
That's the only complaint I had about the whole game. All right, they were up 45-0 at halftime. Right?
Yeah.
Why did they boo them men when they came back on the field?
They booed Georgia Tech.
45-0. I'm like, I looked at my buddy and I was like, come on, dog.
What'd he do to you, bro? So I went to a similar game. I went to Purdue. It was Purdue Ohio State when Braxton Miller was still the quarterback at Ohio State because
throwing it back.
But yeah, my girlfriend at the time, now wife, she was like, I don't want to go watch him play at Ohio State. I'm like, look, this guy's gonna go play in the NFL. I'd really like to go watch him play. I think Denzel Ward was on that team too, and I was like, can we go for the first half? She's like, fine, we'll go for the first half. First of all, nobody showed up to the game. The student section was half full. Purdue was down, I think it was like 50-0 at halftime. Yeah, we left before half. It was cool to see him play though. That was back before he fucked up his shoulder, but and played running back for a while there. But yeah,
he played wide receiver.
Yeah, receiver. I think they ran the ball.
Was that when he hit him with the nastiest?
That was his senior year with the spin with the two. Yeah, it was sick. But going to college games, even like I'm not saying Purdue's bad. Purdue's obviously they've improved a lot this year. They took out 2 top.
Purdue is weird. They'll lose to like Troy and then go out and beat 2 fucking top 5 teams, and you're like
number 2. They beat number 2 times in a row this year.
Like,
how, Sway?
What are you doing?
But going to the games, and that's why I don't like to watch baseball, but if I go to like a South Bend Silverhawks game, I'm invested. I like watching.
Speaking of which, we're gonna go in the spring. You're more than welcome to come.
Well, it's
fucking
November.
With you, I need as much lead time as possible.
You really do.
We're talking about buying a box. I think we're gonna have children are gonna be around.
Probably only one child. I'll probably leave the tiny one.
No, but I'm saying
someone, but yeah.
Squish is more than welcome to come.
I think she would hate it. We could try it.
She can go do it.
Bro, speaking of Squish, all right, look. I gotta like proud dad for a minute.
Before we forget, can we talk about how Georgia Tech lost combined 100-0 in the last 2 weeks? 55 nothing in the Notre Dame game. 45 nothing against Georgia.
It's not a great game.
I wanted to say that.
Georgia Tech, alma mater of Calvin Johnson.
I mean,
which makes no goddamn sense. He went to a place that runs a triple option and then became one of the greatest receivers.
They don't run it anymore.
Oh, really? But at the time when he was there, they did.
Yeah, but they don't run it anymore. They threw the ball a lot more than I thought they were gonna. Didn't help them any.
Didn't know that. Anyway, hey,
quarterback.
What was I gonna say? Oh, Squish. So check it out, right? So I've been watching Pokemon with my daughter, and my wife watches it too. We started with the OG series. We finished what they had on Netflix, and it's only 50 episodes, the first 50, and they don't have any of like the league battles. Like they have it like his first half of his gym battles, but they don't have anything after that. So I went to try to find it. I couldn't find it. We went to Amazon. Turns out Amazon does have it, but I'm an idiot. So we skipped the second half of the first part of the Kanto, and we started the Johto series. But she'll want a Pokemon battle with me. So she'll be like, Pikachu, I choose you, and she'll be like, Daddy, call Charizard. So I have to call out my Charizard, and she'll be like, tell me Pokemon battles and stuff. And like when the Pokemon it'll pop out, who's that Pokemon or whatever. She'll be like, Eevee. I'm like, no, baby, that's Quagsire. It's not Eevee. But when Eevee came up, she got so excited. She knew that one. She knew Pikachu. It's so fucking awesome. I'm over here geeking out.
I challenge anybody that's ever played Pokemon for that. Who's that Pokemon? For them not to guess.
You have to. The little, she's so fucking cute. She's like, Daddy, it's Charizard. I'm like, no, it's not Charizard, baby. It's fucking Sneasel, but good try. But yeah, it's so fucking cute, man. She's trying to Pokemon. She's like, Bulbasaur, I choose you. I'm like, dog, I'm so excited, bro. I started on a Pokemon game today. She don't really get it, but I knew she would like it because one of the starter Pokemon is a cat, and I was like, hey, baby, look, it's a cat. Litten. It's Gen.
Which Gen?
Gen 7. Sun and Moon.
I can't anymore.
That's fine.
I think after Gold and Silver, and then I got to Emerald.
Emerald is the best Pokemon game of all time.
I stopped playing it after that. I disagree with you.
What game's better?
Gold and Silver.
No.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Your only hope for Gen 2 was saying Crystal because you can do both Kanto and Johto.
Obviously.
So, like, that was close. You were almost there. But Gen 2 is not better than Gen 3 in any way.
Put you in an armbar.
Rayquaza is cooler than any legendary from the first two gens.
You don't want a Ho-Oh? I mean, Ho-Oh?
No.
Lugia?
Over Rayquaza?
Yeah, Lugia every time.
No. Also, I got my girl watching the Rayquaza movie where he hyper beams the fuck out of Deoxys.
Yeah, I totally know what the fuck you're talking about. So, who was did you ever get a Pokemon level to level 100? Who was your first?
I don't think I did. I never trained one all the way to 100, never.
I did.
I think off the top of my head, the highest level I can remember is a level 85 for Alligator.
I've had a couple fucking hundreds. I had a level 100 for Alligator.
I won't do it.
Why?
It's a lot of grinding, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. Actually, a lot of doing the Elite Four.
In Sun and Moon, or Sword and Shield, the newest one. Well, not Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl or whatever, the newest ones, but Sword and Shield. I think I have an 87. I think is my highest. It's a Haxorus. He's my favorite.
You want to know who mine was?
Not my favorite. He's like second, but
Scizor.
So yeah, Scissor's badass.
But like all the Pokemon, that was my
Scissor's
first
dope.
Level to 100. I fucking loved him because he was red. It's my favorite color.
Shiny Gyarados? You don't like Gyarados?
Oh, I love Gyarados.
Oh, okay.
But
we was about to scrap on set.
I prefer.
It was gonna be like a cloud of dust, like in the cartoons.
I prefer fucking regular Gyarados.
Really?
Yeah.
To shiny red Gyarados?
Yeah, shiny red my nuts.
What about shiny Charizard?
I don't like that shiny.
Black Charizard?
Oh, I don't like that shiny shit.
Why? It's so cool.
Because I'm old, man, and I don't like change.
Okay, they had shinies in the old games too. They were just green.
I don't like change.
First shiny I ever caught was a Marowak.
I don't think I've ever caught it.
And I caught it in a fire red.
Unless you count the red Gyarados, but I never caught it. I've never caught a red.
That's the only shiny I've ever caught. I think the only one I've ever caught was.
They're hard, bro.
It's I think the odds were at one point was 1 in 40,000, 1 in 4,000 encounters. Pretty crazy. To a side note, if I tell you what are the legendary dogs, which Pokemon are those?
Suicune.
Yeah.
Entei.
Nobody remembers the third one. My favorite one.
Raikou, yeah.
Okay, so here's my problem. 2 problems. 1, Entei had movie 3. The third Pokemon movie ever, Entei's in it. He's the main fucking thing in that movie, Entei. Suicune is not in one, but I believe 2 movies, and he shows up multiple times in the series, right? Raikou, no love. He's never been in anything. He's in one, I think he's in the episode when they, oh look, these are the legendary dogs. And it's fucking the 3 of them, and he gets no love. And he's the coolest fucking one. He's a saber-tooth. First of all, we call them the legendary dogs. Entei is a lion, Suicune is a leopard, and Raikou is a saber-tooth tiger.
So it should be a legendary cat?
Yeah, which sounds way worse.
That's probably why they call them dogs.
But the creator of Pokemon was like, they're based off of a leopard, the saber-tooth tiger, and a lion. Entei's a lion.
So he doesn't know what dogs are.
I mean, he must have been confused. But either way, Raikou gets no love anywhere ever. I've never met another person who says their favorite of those 3 is Raikou other than myself.
You see your favorite Pokemon?
No.
I should have known that.
I think Charizard's my favorite, but I go back and forth.
Time?
See, it's hard but see, you only go up to Gen 2 or whatever the fuck. I've played now.
I played
6 of the 8.
I played the first 3, right? That's red, blue, yellow,
gold, silver, crystal,
and then
ruby, emerald,
sapphire.
Yeah.
That was where and then I skipped, and then I went to black and white. And when I tell you, black and white was a struggle for me.
Because it was hard, or you just didn't like it?
No, because I agree with the bad guys all the time. I was like, yeah,
is he the bad guy?
Yeah, we should definitely let them all go. Why are we?
Okay, so I'm even worse than you. I played through Gen 3, which is Emerald. I didn't play again until Gen 6. I skipped everything in between. Diamond and Pearl, Platinum, skipped those. Black and White, skipped those. Black and White 2, skipped those. I started playing in Gen 6, X and Y. Was this time I came back. I didn't play for like 10 years.
I can't play him now.
That's fine. I understand. I'm not saying you should.
I was at my buddy's house Thursday, and his daughter was playing. And, what are you doing?
I think I have the game in here. I want to check what my highest level was. I know I lost the duel. Leave me alone. Anyway.
But I tried to get back into it, and I can't. She was playing. I don't know what the fuck she was playing. It was on the Switch. I know that.
It's probably. Was it recently?
She was playing it Thursday.
So it's probably Thursday. The remakes of Diamond and Pearl came out, I think, on Friday.
I don't think it's that.
So then it was probably Sword and Shield.
If it was on the Switch. Yep.
Yeah.
So she was playing that, and I was watching it, and I was like, "You fucking suck."
Why are you talking shit to the little kid?
I didn't say it to her, but I was like, "You don't."
How old is she?
21. But I was like, "You don't have a fucking."
87 Haxorus is my strongest Pokemon. I'm leaking.
Why is he dead?
We're
not gonna talk.
He
You are a terrible Pokemon owner.
No, I just got done battling the hardest trainers in the fucking game. Give me a break. No. They're gonna be fine. I'm gonna go heal them up, and we're gonna look at my Haxorus real quick. That dude really said I'm off to war. I hope he was joking, kind of.
I hope not.
Why
win it for the home team?
Fair.
You got anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, no, I'll have a couple things. Hold on. My bad. I got distracted. Oh, Notre Dame let him score. Yeah, fucks. Ohio State got the doors blown off of them, bro. Michigan just literally ran roughshod all over them. All right. So a couple things. Bullshit Skip Bayless Says is our favorite subject we do every week. Essentially, we take bullshit Skip Bayless Says and other takes from around the league, and we talk about them and criticize them here. Now, we're a couple weeks old, so some of these things are going to have to be updated on the fly or just kind of glossed over because they're old.
I think King Butt ran out of fucking emojis.
Dog, not only did King Butt run out of emojis, I'm worried about the sus, and I'm a little worried about Johnny Sins. I'm not sure what he was trying to say, but I don't like it. First of all, the Browns, I don't remember who it was their last win. So I think the Patriots maybe, or the Bills. They won a game like 13-10 or whatever. Skip immediately said the reason they won was because Odell wasn't there. Baker had 57 passing yards to receivers total, and one outside. He had 57 passing yards outside of a 70-yard touchdown pass on broken coverage. Nick Chubb ran 14 times for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. The defense forced 3 turnovers, and one of them was a 100-yard pick 6. But you're right. Odell's the reason that they won. Shannon Sharp said Russ getting a triple-double doesn't equate to winning, except we've looked this up before. When Russ gets a triple-double, his teams have a 70% win percentage. It literally is a direct correlation to a team's winning. Moving on. In like a low, you know how sometimes Skip will do this thing where he'll like hit a low key little jab, and then they have to cut to break or whatever, and they won't come back and touch on it. So like they're talking about players valuable to winning, right? And Skip right before they go to break, he goes, Brady is more valuable than LeBron to winning, and then they just cut to break, and I was like, no, no, literally, LeBron James has more impact on winning than any player in history.
You can't compare the value of a 5-man team to a 22-man
That
team.
That too. But also, when LeBron left, the team went from a 65% winning percentage to a 20% win percentage. The Patriots didn't lose all of their games after they lost Tom Brady. I know.
No, they got McIntyre Jones.
Hey, it's McCorkle. So
McIntyre Jones.
It's McCorkle.
I'm not calling that
fucking
McCorkle.
McCorkle the Snorkel. You better call him that. Because
a whole lot of good that he's doing him, right?
Yes.
So much better than Cam. So, anyways.
I didn't say he was better than Cam, but he's playing pretty well.
Is he?
Yes.
His name is...
McCorkle.
No, his name is Mackerel.
Mackerel
Jones.
It's not Mackerel.
Mackerel Jones back to throw the ball.
KG. So we're going to talk about this 2 times because a couple weeks after this, Skip doubled back on his own word, which is interesting. So KG was interviewed... I think it was like a podcast or something, but they were asking him the GOAT thing because they always do. And he said he viewed MJ as a basketball god and LeBron as a little homie. He's just, I see him more as a brother, he said.
Probably because he played against one a lot more than the other.
Right. So Skip says that's the final nail in the coffin. This closes the GOAT debate because he respects Kevin Garnett so much.
Because Kevin
right?
Garnett.
But we're going to get back to that. KG was 8 when Jordan got to the league, so he watched him his whole career. He grew up in Chicago. I think his senior season was Jordan's last year with the Bulls, his senior year of high school. And then he'd already been 8 seasons into his career when LeBron got drafted. So, like, of course he's not going to see them in the same light. It's a clearly biased and admittedly biased opinion. I also have biased opinions, but I'm not trying to hide it. Skip said, let me see. Oh, he was talking about against the Raiders when Mahomes looked Mahomes again. They scored 41 points. He had like 350 yards passing or whatever. He was like, oh, he took his check downs. He really wasn't forcing the ball, even though he had like.
Isn't that what they've been bitching about?
Yeah, except for literally the week prior, half of his completions came behind the line of scrimmage. But whatever, you're just picking and choosing when it's okay to do that. Let me see.
Your fucking boy, he's made a whole living out of that. But okay.
Right. Dog, anyway. Skip literally said Steph had one of his 50-point games this year, and Skip said Steph needed Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant made Steph Curry what he is today.
You're right. You taught him how to shoot.
I'm gonna let that one marinate. Anyway, back to this. So, he said Steph needed KD. That's why he flew out to the Hamptons to recruit him. But KD still joined Steph's team. He left the team that was up 3-1, and then he left the team because he would never get the recognition that Steph.
Nah, Draymond, the whole situation with Draymond, the way they handled that shit was the whole reason why KD left.
Yeah, true, but I mean, he wanted the.
Thank God, by the way.
Yeah, true, but he wanted to get the same credit that Steph got, and he was never going to get that in Golden State, and that's part of the reason he left, because he's a baby.
This is what happens when you go to another man's team, bro.
So Pro Football Focus graded Patrick Mahomes the 21st quarterback in the NFL. This was last week.
Who?
Patrick Mahomes. Pro Football Focus? Bip Scales' website.
website.
Listen, how many? Honestly, let's say Patrick Mahomes was through 20 interceptions. Can
you name 20 fucking other quarterbacks in the league?
No. Can you name? How about this? Do me a favor. Name 3 better than him right now. 3. I want 3 quarterbacks you would take on your team. You got one game to win for one game for your life.
You ready for
3.
this? Mitchell Trubisky.
This bitch. I'm not even talking to you.
All right, no, seriously, who would I take over Patrick Mahomes right now?
To win one game. All healthy. All have the same team around them.
I can't take Patrick Mahomes, or Patrick Mahomes is here,
right?
And you're asking me to not take him.
Right. That's what I'm asking you. Would you pick Brady? There are people.
Who's my running back?
Fred Taylor.
Like
from Jacksonville.
Prime Fred Taylor?
Like end of his prime, he was like that.
Like when he played for New England?
No, not that bad. You wouldn't take anyone. There's not 20 players. I don't give a fuck. If your grading system has 20 people better than Patrick Mahomes, redo the grading system. Moving on.
Well, PFF, they all do their own. They make up shit.
Also, side note, this was during a debate.
Let me guess, was Tom Brady number 1?
No. He's like 4, I think. But here's what the debate was.
Bitch.
Who's better right now, Patrick Mahomes or Rain Dakota Prescott? Skip was making the argument Dak is better because Dak is ranked 7th in Pro Football Focus's rankings, and Patrick Mahomes was 21st.
Can we talk about Dakota?
Yeah, we can, man. Dakota fucking choking his brains out last few weeks.
Here's my thing about him.
Yeah, all right.
I don't like him. I never have.
I've
always thought they held him up here.
Yeah. No, they definitely hold him too high.
Here.
Here's the other thing with Dakota. We've been saying this. Literally, we've been doing this podcast now. We're at 97 episodes. We've been doing it about 2.5 years, off and on, right? Well, off and on, meaning we miss weeks. We don't actually stop doing it.
We're not like professional.
But, not at all. But, we've been saying it from jump. Dak needs a running game behind him. We've been saying it the whole time. Run the ball to Zeke. This discussion has been going on. They need to give the ball to Dak more. Dak needs to throw more. Zeke's falling off because every year his running numbers go down, but Zeke's passing numbers go up, and they don't seem to correlate. When the Cowboys run the ball for more than 100 yards in Dak Prescott's career, they're 29-0. When they run the ball for less than 100 yards, I think he's like 6-30 or some shit. He needs a solid running game behind him. They threw the ball 45 times against the Raiders. Only ran the ball 19. And you lost. Dak played really well in the fourth quarter, but he played like dog shit the rest of the time.
He played in the one quarter that matters.
And lost.
But he showed up when it mattered. Right? That's what we talk about?
Yeah, that's what Skip likes to talk about. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, so the Bucks lost to Washington. Fuck, who was that other loss to? They lost 2 games, just played like dog shit 2 weeks back to back. I want to look and see who that was real quick. Of course, now ESPN's not gonna work. Go. But after 2 back-to-back losses, right? Skip goes, well, the Bucks are an old team, especially on that defensive side. They're so old, they're just taking it easy. He literally said they're pacing themselves. After he started the season predicting they're going to go undefeated all the way through the Super Bowl. How the fuck can you in 6 weeks' time go from they're going to go undefeated to, well, they're pacing themselves? Come on. Really? Maybe they're just bad. Maybe they're just not as good as you thought they were. Bud, bucko, champ, scamp.
I don't know why you're saying that. They're still going to repeat.
They're not going to repeat. I have 100% confidence they don't repeat. Matter of fact, they don't go past the second round. So they lost to...
Who are they losing to in the NFC? The Rams? I'm asking.
No, the Cardinals have a good chance to beat them. The Packers could beat them on any given Sunday. The Rams
they had their chance last year, and Aaron Rodgers choked.
Hey, maybe he won't choke this time.
No.
Anyway, let's talk about Super Bowl teams real quick. The only one of our Super Bowl teams that looks at all any good is the Chiefs. Nah, the Bucks are okay. But I picked your team, so...
That's your fucking fault.
Well, it's your team's fault, man.
I had to apologize to my father because I was like, I'm sorry we're going to go see them on a year they're trash. And then he was sweet about it. He said they could have went winless, and I don't care. I just want to go with you and my brother. I was like...
Did you cry? You probably cried, didn't you?
No.
Yes, you did. You cried like a baby.
Thought about it.
Cried like a little bitch. It was after the loss to the Saints and Washington, by the way. He said they were pacing themselves. Let me see here. Brian Scalabrine makes a rare appearance.
White Mamba.
Yeah, I haven't talked about that guy in about 12 years. He said,
nobody gives you shit.
Dog, this is one of the worst takes I've ever heard in my life. Brian Scalabrine, where did he go? Brian Scalabrine said he tells people's kids, your son has a better chance of being LeBron James than they do Steph Curry because Steph Curry works so hard. Nope. Okay, now, listen to me. I don't give a fuck how hard you work. If you're born 5'3", 5'8", not that much talent whatsoever.
I promise you, I can work as hard as I want to.
You can't be
never gonna be able to.
LeBron James is a 6'8" demigod blessed with untold longevity. Who not only is he gifted by gods themselves. He was sculpted from marble. Not only that, but he also works really goddamn hard at the game. Steph Curry's skill set, and part of the reason why he's so popular is because when you look at him, you look like you could do something like that. Now, granted, I'm not saying people think they can shoot from 45 feet like he does. Obviously, that's insane. He has a different ability there.
He doesn't do he does crazy shit, but he's not like jumping out the gym.
Right.
Shit.
He doesn't block. He doesn't jump up 15 feet in the air to get a block or a rebound. He doesn't dunk somebody in the ground. He shoots the ball from really far away. And yeah, it's impressive. I'm not saying it's not. But your chances of being able to do what Steph Curry does...
If we're doing it based off work, which one's easier, to be born that way or to work that way?
And again, Steph Curry obviously works really, really hard. I'm not saying he doesn't.
Right.
But to say, hey, by the way, your son has a better chance of being LeBron James than Steph Curry. First of all, I would say thanks. I hope that's
kind of
true.
Insinuating that LeBron James isn't good at basketball.
Right. Oh... Yeah, you can just beat him. No, you can't. That's insane. He's literally one of one.
You cannot, to me, when you're making a list of the greatest basketball players of all time, you cannot put LeBron any lower than 2. And if you do, I don't listen.
It's insane. And again, Steph Curry's a fucking amazing. However, your chances are way better that you're Steph Curry than you are LeBron James. Whew. All right, next. Skip says Tom Brady's still the MVP favorite, even though he has 10 turnovers. 8 of those are interceptions.
But how many of them are turnover-worthy plays? That's what we need to talk about.
Like 6.
Okay, then. What are you complaining about? Turnover-worthy is what matters. Not how many actual turnovers you have, but how many of them are turnover-worthy.
So what they do there, right, is so if you throw the ball and your receiver catches or like bobbles it and it's an interception, it goes an interception in the stat books, but not a turnover-worthy play for Pro Football Focus. So it wasn't turnover worthy, but resulted in a turnover. However, if Mahomes throws a 95-mile-an-hour fastball and hits the corner in the eyeball, it doesn't go on a turnover, but it's a turnover worthy play.
Is it a pick if it sticks in his fucking face mask?
It's so fucking like the dog
against the Giants. Somehow not a turnover
against the Giants, right? He gets the ball on like the 5-yard line. He's doing his shit. Mahomes. He rolls out, jumps to see over the lineman, throws a fucking missile. Hits Josh Gordon in the face. The ball goes 25 feet in the air. Defense picks it off. It's a Mahomes interception. Turnover-worthy play. But he bashed his own receiver in the face with it. But he gets the credit for the...
Josh, put your hands up.
I think Josh couldn't see him. Because all of a sudden he came out of nowhere and was throwing a fucking heater. And Josh is like, nobody can do that.
Here's my question. Yeah. Why does Patrick Mahomes hate Josh Gordon?
He fucking
would teach you to smoke weed.
He smoked that dude, bro.
If somebody's trying to get a fucking a deal with Dare.
Also, side note,
is Dare still around?
Yeah, I think so. I see the cars sometimes.
Somebody just paint their car Dare style?
No, that's the police car, dummy. So Skip was like, well, he leads the league in passing yards. Yeah, he does by about 76 yards total.
And
he throws the ball 42 times a game, which is more than anybody in the NFL. And Matt Stafford missed a game.
Speaking of Matt Stafford, Matt Stafford?
He's 13th in yards per completion, by the way.
Matt Stafford has the worst record against 500 plus.
Yeah, it's not good. See, here's the other thing about Matt Stafford.
6-54.
Yeah, bro. It's bad. Here's the thing. I had such high hopes for... Because I was on the side that the Detroit is ass. Now, I'm not saying Matt Stafford's like the best quarterback, but I felt like he was being held back because, yeah, they gave him Megatron. However, that was it. Brandon Pettigrew was their other big draft pick.
Why did you say it like that? Why did you say Brandon like he wasn't out here Pettigrew and
First of all, how else are you supposed to say
There's
Pettigrew?
Only one Pettigrew, and it's Peter. And he needs...
Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers?
No, what? Peter Pettigrew from Harry Potter. What is wrong with you?
He was missing a finger.
A pinky.
He got bit off.
No, he lopped it off.
He might have.
He did.
Remember when he cut off his whole arm? He 100% would have died before Voldemort came back to heal that bitch.
Magics. Anyways, first of all, he cut his hand off. Second of all, magics.
First of all, maybe in the book it was only hand. He cut that bitch forearm deep in the movie. First of all. Second of all, can we talk about how clean, how sharp that knife had to have been for you to know, for you to go through that? No, because not only does it have to be sharp enough to go through bone, do you know how hard you have to put to go through bone? First of all. Second of all, The sharpness of that blade would have had to be otherworldly. Second of all, the commitment to no balls and cut through your
magics. So anyway,
he didn't use Secrum Sempra to cut his own arm off. He used a fucking rusty pocket knife,
or that he found in an alley,
and just sawed that bitch. Remember in the movie 127 Hours, Buddy gets his arm trapped under a rock and listen, I'm gonna tell you the whole story. He falls. I know what he's about. He's arm right. He cut the pocket knife. Cuts through, he gets to the bone, snaps that bitch, snaps it the other way, saws the rest of the way through his arm, and now he's got a fucking hook. But Peter Pettigrew just locked the shit off.
He couldn't grab his arm and take it with him?
He was pinned under the rock, bro. That's the whole point why he had to cut the bitch off.
Yeah, but I figured
he said the worst part was having to break his own bones.
But I figured now that you're...
No, but there's still a piece in there.
Yeah, you could have...
First of all, how did he not die? You cut through your all there. You know what kind of shit is in here?
I'm assuming he tourniqueted it off until it was started to turn purple in real life, but they didn't want to show that in the movie because that's not as impressive as they're just going. You know what? Heavy believies.
I think I would have just died. I don't think I have the fucking intestinal.
I guess I'm gonna fucking get skinny enough to fucking lose my shit. All right, cool.
To cut and break your own bones. Woo! Hey man, you ever gonna watch Blood of Zeus, man? Just tell me no, so I can just take it off my list.
I keep forgetting about it.
You like Greek mythology. I think you would enjoy it. It's got the same animation as the other one you told me to watch. Vampire movie. Yeah.
You've never finished?
I got one season left.
No, you haven't watched it since we talked about it. And that's what's upsetting me.
Right. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll finish Castlevania, you watch Blood of Zeus.
I feel like I'm going to watch Blood of Zeus and you're like, fucking...
You mean like you do?
Apocalypse.
You mean like you do?
I'm not home right now. I don't have a home. I'm homeless, so...
Come live here.
Do you think your wife... Yes. Your wife would kill the both of us?
No, she'd let you live here.
No, yeah. For a day.
I'll get an air mattress, you sleep right here, and we'll live stream it. That way we constantly streaming.
You think people want me to see me sleep?
No, but...
I make a whole lot of noise, I know that.
Oh, shit. Anyway, I'm always snoring and shit. Hey, alright, we're almost done. So last month, literally what I was talking about with KG earlier, right? He said KG's opinion sealed the deal.
Sealed the deal, skis.
So last week, right? KG said, because they were talking about the elbow, right? And KG said people think you can just try LeBron because he doesn't do that kind of stuff. But LeBron's a real one. Like, you're not supposed to fuck with that man. He take care of business, right?
They say he does talk shit on the court.
Right.
He just doesn't. He's not like loud about it.
Right. And so Skip said, well, KG was just talking about the trash talk. You can get a hold of LeBron mentally and physically and take him out of the ball game. KG's quote was literally, LeBron's a real one. Do you know what you don't try?
You know what it is, though, sincerely? It's because you've never seen LeBron fight anybody in the NBA. Like you saw fucking Shaq almost kill that white guy.
Facts.
Why did he try? His whole head would have been in the fifth row if that Shaq punch connects. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look it up. We almost saw a murder on the fucking court. Murder that dude.
And the other thing is, like, Skip was like, "Oh, my whole opinion on LeBron James has changed now. I didn't think he could make such a dirty play." First of all, again,
how can your opinion change any more negatively?
First of all, he 100% was trying to elbow that man in his chest. Get off me. But when he had pushed down, Buddy fell forward. He cracked him in the mouth. It was an accident. He didn't mean to.
Was it in the mouth? It wasn't in the nose?
I think his elbow was on.
Just say you want to elbow me in the face.
I do. I think his elbow was on this part, and when he ripped back, that's what cut him. And he hit him with his hand on the way through. He didn't. And Skip goes, he looked at that man in the face, balled his fist. First of all, it happened like this. He went like this.
He went
as he turned with his arm,
which is too late.
But anyway, when you look at it in slow motion, it looks really bad. He 100% was trying to throw his arm.
Those are one of those things that you can't watch in slow motion, though.
No, it looks worse. But it all looks bad in slow motion because slow motion lets you see everything.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, and it makes it look more malicious than it does if you play it in real time.
He didn't mean to hit that dude in the mouth, bro. He really didn't.
I don't think so. I like to fuck around, but I don't think so. LeBron, what about LeBron's nature?
Also, it's not like they have any history. If he was gonna elbow someone, maybe it would have been KG, or maybe it would have been. But they were just trying to fight for. I promise you. Look at his face during the play before the elbow. He's clearly irritated. He's trying to say, "Get off me." He didn't hit him in the chest. I promise you, LeBron gets a flagrant 1 or 2 no matter what. It was a 2 because he hit him in the face, but he gets a flagrant 1 because he cocked that bitch back and he was trying to get him off him. But the dude was a little lower down than he thought, and he caught him in the face. Shit happens. He didn't mean to do it. But all that to say, your favorite player punches little white dudes in the chest at practice. So he also bopped his teammate in the eye. But LeBron's a dickhead. I don't think I have one more.
Tom Brady kisses his son on the mouth.
Dog, deep as fuck.
I don't think I've ever kissed a woman that way.
No, can't. I think you get arrested if you do it in public.
That's indecent exposure.
Last thing was
he did it on camera.
They were talking about the GOAT debate as they always do. I had more points, but I forgot to write them down. But anyway, Skip said his closing argument for who is the best of all time is Killer Will. An immeasurable, unquantifiable, totally subject to opinion, abject thing that it doesn't have any hard proof facts. That's my counterpoint. That's my final closing argument is Killer Will. That thing that you can definitely look up stats and definitely see the impact of the game. You can definitely tell who has more killer will. You can definitely see that. I just hate that shit.
It's getting to the point now where it just seems like they're making up intangibles to do everything they can.
They make up the intangible when it benefits them. Like, oh, LeBron's not a good leader. Nobody else can play for him. All right, check this out. And Nick Wright made this point. I know you don't really like him, but he did say...
The only reason why why I don't like Nick Wright. Because he's literally the exact opposite of Skip.
He's the exact opposite of Skip. And it's...
You got Skip and you got Nick Wright. And somewhere in the middle is the truth.
Definitely.
And that's what I'm saying.
Definitely.
I don't want to listen to one.
Don't listen to Nick Wright talk about the Chiefs. Because what really pisses me off about both of them is they're actually super smart. They know a lot. They know a shit ton about the game. They know what they're watching. They know so much. But Skip's pigeonholed himself into this hate LeBron shit. And he takes this such a high level.
I think, and it's too late now.
Right. And
he has to double down.
He has to. And it takes away from when he actually says good shit. Because you're like, I see, when you talk like this, it makes me so mad when you do the opposite for LeBron. Because you know what the fuck you're doing. Same thing with Nick Wright. I will say he mostly does it when provoked. Like, when someone brings up a Jordan stat or when Scottie Pippen's going off talking about, like, because then he eggs it on. And I'm like, all right, we get it. Like, stop. But he was talking about how people wanted to say the East was weak. But when LeBron was in the East, people kept going to the West. That's why the West was so strong. Because there were free agents. Every year, free agency comes up, but no free agents go to the East. They all went West or stayed West.
I think the main reason that the West stayed strong for so long is because Tim Duncan didn't go anywhere.
Kobe didn't go anywhere.
And Dirk didn't go anywhere. So you're talking, what, 10, 15 years of just them three assholes.
Yeah. Well, and
then you always had other teams, like the Rockets chipping in and shit like that.
Jimmy Butler was a free agent while LeBron was in the East. He went West, and then surprisingly he came back East when LeBron went West. So LeBron goes West. James Harden demands a trade out. Russell Westbrook leaves the West. Kevin Durant leaves the West. The only player to stay in the West was fucking Steph, and Kawhi came to the West and did what? Nothing. So
he is the new undisputed king of LA.
Remember his commercials? His New Balance commercial that said "I'm king." It said Kawhi Town on it.
This is why when he first moved there, I didn't want to hear it.
He's the only one to come to the West since LeBron, like the only superstar to come to the West since LeBron's been there.
Paul George
was traded.
Paul George, but he stayed in the West. He could have left LA when he was a free agent.
He could have. But anyway, the point being that it does appear that, now the East is so strong. Yeah, because all the good players went to the East because they don't want to have to deal with LeBron. Now, granted, I think this Lakers team, I'm praying LeBron can figure it out somehow, but they have to get rid of both centers. They have to get rid of DeAndre Jordan, what's his name? DeAndre Jordan. They have to cut his ass immediately. He is a fucking negative. They start his ass.
I said that from jump.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You should have fucking went back out and got JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
JaVale's really good.
I think he'd already signed though. They need to keep Caruso. Cause you don't sign DJ. You sign Caruso to whatever contract he was offered by the Bulls. You sign him to that. You still have enough money to sign THT. You
signed DeRozan.
either DeRozan or Buddy Hield.
To me, let Caruso walk. He's a non-factor on defense, but DeMar DeRozan makes him
on offense.
But Caruso's a non-factor on offense.
He's literally leading the NBA in steals.
Okay,
off the bench, playing 27 minutes a game.
Okay, but steals, is he?
No, on the ball.
Is he on the ball steals?
On the fucking ball steals. He's not.
I don't like Alex Caruso because I fucking hate him. I hate
That's
him.
fine. Go look up Bulls highlights. This dude is torture chambering people. They can't go nowhere. Caruso checks in and they do the LeBron James fuck thing when Kawhi came in the game. Same shit. Nobody wants to fuck with Caruso right now. He'll give you 6 points a game.
I fucking hope the Bulls stay like this.
No, me too, bro.
It's
hey,
nice
Tony and I
I
are talking about trying to go see a game this year. A Bulls game.
All right.
We were targeting spring. There's one game they play LaMelo and the Hornets. I think that's the cheapest tickets at like $120. The Bulls tickets are expensive because they're good.
Are you talking about getting? At least let's talk about getting better tickets than we got.
Better tickets. That's why
the Pacers game we went to. Don't get me wrong,
it was fun,
but we were fucking in the nosebleeds, bro.
We were way. Matter of fact, that picture's around here somewhere. Is it this one? Yeah, that was about 67 rows up there, bud. Look at this dude trying to get on a picture.
He definitely fucking smiled at our picture.
But yeah, the tickets I think we bought for that game were like $60. We're talking about doing double that and being in the lower bowl.
I'm okay with that.
I'll hit him up and see. Also, side note for you guys, last quick thing before we end this off, I do want to have Tony on the podcast. He's a longtime listener of ours.
He'll be right here.
Yeah, we're talking about having him right here. I'm thinking we'll do an anime episode, mostly anime. I mean, we'll still talk
With
sports.
Attack on Titan coming back, we want to talk about that.
Yeah,
sure.
Attack on Titan's December 9th. So we want to talk.
It was January.
I meant January 9th. I'm so
January
sorry.
9th.
I want to do like, what do you guys think? Because I've read the manga. The manga's been over. I know what happens.
I'm going to have to remind myself what the fuck happened. I finished that so long ago.
Yeah, I know. They took a long hiatus. But I want to see what you guys have to think. And I'm thinking maybe, depending on how long it is, maybe we can watch an anime, like one of the short ones, like a Blood of Zeus or like a... God. Dog. Levi's so sick. Also, side note, bro.
For the longest time after that show was, I would just say, I'd look around myself at work and be like,
talk. Can we talk about
almost died.
Aaron Yeager too hard, bro? Listen, two things, and then we'll go. First thing, all one viewer. If you haven't seen Attack on Titan, the second half of the season 4, please stop listening because I'm going to spoil a little bit. Levi versus B Titan round 2. When Buddy starts running and he turns everybody into Titans and they're falling out of the trees, and they zoom in on Levi's face and he's like, I have to kill my friends, and he fucks.
Bro, when he says it out, he's like, you didn't think I wouldn't kill him?
Right. He fucks Buddy up for the second time. He's like, you thought I wouldn't kill these people? Who do you think I am?
Bro, with a straight face, he was like, you didn't think I'd kill everybody? You think I give a fuck about them?
Levi is my face. So
no, bro, when he
badass.
fucks him up and just leaves him there, he just takes the cart. He's like, hey, by the way, fuck you, bro.
He gets him though. He picks his ass back up. Dog, Levi fucks him up. Second of all, I was telling you about the twins from this manga I was reading. The show you gotta watch, or if you haven't picked it up, Jujutsu Kaisen. It's so cool, bro. It's different. So like, I don't understand. I'm not gonna lie. I've read a lot of it. But I'm gonna have to like start over and reread. Essentially, so when people fear things, it creates bad negative energy, and that negative energy can turn into something called a curse. So, for example...
So, you stop being scared of fucking spiders. Or
spider curses, right.
That's why there's bats in this house.
For example, and the more of one... like, for example, lots and lots of people are afraid of the ocean because it's scary.
It's big.
It makes a more powerful curse the more people fear it. So, there's a curse of the ocean, essentially, or something like that, right? And so, like... The people who exercise the curses, for example, like you have a sore shoulder. Maybe somebody put a curse on you, and there's a curse grabbing your shoulder, and you can't see it because it's invisible. But the people who know, if they call it jujutsu, it's like ninjutsu, I guess. They can see it. They're like, oh, bam, exercise the curse. Hey, my shoulder feels better. Or like there was one where this girl was like, I have dreams that I'm being molested. There was a curse fucking grabbing her titties and shit while she was sleeping. Yeah, bro, and they had to like kill the curse. Anyway. So, like...
Yeah, it's called men.
Anyway, and like, so they have a high school where you go to learn how to exercise curses.
Of course, there's a high school where you learn how to do this shit, bro.
There has to be. But
why is it? Okay,
because Japan, it's a stereotype.
Why? But
it's
why?
A stereotype. I don't know why.
Why are we like Digimon? Always made me so mad because
the 10-year-old, 5-year-old kids.
Why? Yeah.
Naruto saved the world at 15.
Bro,
on his 15th
like,
birthday.
They're like, bro, all these grown ass men got their asses whooped by pain. We need a fucking teenager.
We need a child prodigy.
We need somebody going through the deepest amount of puberty to come help us out.
The voice crack elite. But anyway, so Jujutsu Kaisen's pretty cool.
That's what Naruto sounded like.
That was mean. You know we don't sound like that.
Don't tell him I said that.
The premise of the story, I don't know if it's the whole like the story has expanded so much where I'm at now from where I was in the beginning, but essentially there's an all powerful curse that existed at one point.
It's just probably just called fear.
I want you to think of this. Think Nine-Tails Fox,
but it's fear. Fear itself. Fear itself.
Don't ever go there. It's the scariest place in the world. Fear itself is a horror park in South Bend, Rapid Road. It's actually, I think, one of the top 10 one of the top 10 scariest experiences for Halloween.
Is that the one you have to sign a waiver to go do?
No, that's in Chicago. This one you don't have to sign a waiver. They don't touch you, but it's scary.
Good,
Coops
was
nice.
I'll knock you the fuck.
I had to grab Rabbi's arm because he was about to punch somebody. So
as you should.
I would also grab yours because we can't have that. We'd all get thrown out. It would have been fun. Anyway.
Ruined a teenager's
so
night.
essentially, main character A wants to help his friends, but he can't fight the curses because he doesn't have any curse energy of his own. So he eats a part of this great demon that people are looking for, and he gains the demon powers. The demon comes to life and takes over his body, a la Kurama and Naruto. Saves the day. Then come to find out, hey, looks like you can survive this. We have to get you to eat 19 more fingers, and then we'll kill you, so we can kill the demon and save the world. So his whole job is to die at the end of the show. Anyway,
poor fella.
It's really good storytelling. The power system makes sense after you read it for a while. It's very enjoyable. The teacher, the sensei guy. So you know how like when you're in early Naruto, you got Kakashi. He's this mass figure. He's super cool, right? And then like you figure out with that first fight with Zabuza, you're like, this is fucking sick. He's like fucking with Zabuza's head and shit, right? It was so cool, right? This dude in Jujutsu Kaisen flexes so hard, bro. He's fighting this dude, right? And this dude jumps him. Boom, boom, gets a couple big hits off. And this guy's like a volcano or something, and he fucking blows the teacher's head off. And you're like, holy fuck, this dude. And then the dude walks out of the smoke smiling. He's like, that was decent. And the guy's like, I felt myself touch you. He's like, no. You didn't touch me. You touched the infinity between us. So his power is infinity. Infinity. So like, he's like, no, look, I'm not going to hurt you. Just watch. Try to touch my hand. And so the guy reaches up, and his hand stops. And he's like, nothing can touch me. When you try to touch me, you just slow down. And you never touch the infinity between us. You can't touch me.
So he can't be hit.
Right, bro. And so he whoops this dude's ass, throws him into the middle of the lake, right? And he's like, I think I've pissed him off. He's going to use his special technique. I'm going to go get my student to show him the special technique. So he leaves the fight, goes downstairs in this basement that's like miles away. He's like, hey, I got to show you something. Come with me. And the guy's like, where are we going? He's like, come here. Grabs him, flies his ass back to the battlefield. And the guy's like coming out of the water still. And he gets up and he's like, where did the kid come from? And he was like, don't worry about him. Just do your thing. And so the guy's like, I know, I'm going to attack the kid. He'll never see it coming. So he does this big move. And the guy's name is Gojo, the sensei. He's like, when we're in this arena here, it guarantees your attack can hit. So even this guy can hit me in here. So you got to be careful. And the dude like throws a mountain at him. And he looks at it and like blows it up. And then fucking kills the dude. And he's like, all right, let's go back to class. He's so sick, bro. He's a fucking savage. It's awesome.
So nobody misbehaves in his class.
You can't, dog. He literally can't be touched.
Sitting there like this and shit,
bro. The bad guy's whole plan. It's like Team Rocket, right? Team Rocket's always trying to catch Pikachu. These fuckers are like, how do we keep that motherfucker away from us? Keep him the fuck away from me. So they made a wall. They made a fucking wall, and it's Gojo proof. They said, anybody can come in except you. Don't you come in here. You're too strong. Stay the fuck away from us. It's fucking great. And then he fucking breaks it anyway because he's a fucking champion. It's awesome. Fucking Gojo, bro. Gojo is the fucking GOAT. He's currently my favorite anime character. This dude is so savage, bro. I fucking love it. He's like dick on the table. He's like, well, here I am. And then like,
what are we gonna do
talk
about that?
It just like I don't think I've ever seen it portrayed where the bad guy's whole goal is to stop. Not stop. They don't even want to fight the dude. They're like, keep it. Like, in Naruto, they're like, we must kill the strongest guy. And they fight the strongest guy. There's no, hey, we need to put Naruto in a box. Because if we don't put him in a box, we're going to die. There's none of that. It's fucking sick. Anyway, I'm done ranting. I could do it all day.
You just need, only way to stop Naruto is a fucking piece of duct tape.
Talk no jutsu.
Not talk no jutsu.
You shouldn't put rods through Hinata.
Why, that's his job.
Hey! I meant Pain. Anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, she almost died. She did almost die. Anyway.
Yeah, and Pain almost died.
Fact. Well, he did, though, technically.
But
Pain and Nagato died. Spoilers on that one. Excuse me. Anyway, I think that's enough for this week. We will come back at you next week. Hopefully next week. I mean, I don't have anything to do. But anyway, so yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. We'll have a more organized setting because I'll have time to like think and plan and stuff. But yeah. You got anything? We'll catch you guys.
Georgia Tech got their asses whooped in the last 2 weeks. That's
100-0 in 2 weeks. God damn, that's crazy.
That strength and conditioning coach needs to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up.
Are you willing to sprint if you don't know the distance? Well, fella, maybe you should get him.
Your distance is 100-0.
Got him.